Hello, my beautiful, lovely, wonderful people out there. So I'm going to try really hard not to say a lot of my videos. When I edit my videos, which I hate doing, I think editing is the worst part of the whole video creation thing. I say a lot. I edited a couple videos last week, and in one of them I said 14 times. I'm shocked. I thought that I sounded more intelligent when I do videos, but apparently I'm too giddy and I try to get my thought process out and I say I'm going to try really hard not to say a lot, okay? And at the end of this video, I'm going to be honest and tell you the number of how many times I said okay? So let's go. This video is primarily going to be about two products from Laura Mercier that I was recently sent to review. I am a big fan of Laura Mercier, mainly because they have foundations for women of color. This is a big deal. It's always a big deal when a brand actually caters to dark skin, but it's really a big deal because this is a higher end brand, and you usually don't see a lot of higher end brands kind of cater to the darker girls of the world. So I was sent their Tinted Moisturizer, I was sent their Tinted Moisturizer, and I was sent their Secret Camouflage, and I've been wearing them both. And in fact, right now, I have both of them on one side of my face. It could be on this side, or it could be on this side. I'm going to talk a little bit about the products first, but in the meantime, I want you to guess which side I have them on. Okay, so first let's talk a little bit about the Tinted Moisturizer. It has SPF 20, and like many tinted moisturizers, it is intended to give you a light coverage. Most tinted moisturizers won't give you full coverage, so if you're looking for something a little more heavy to really cover any discolorations or marks, you're going to want to look for maybe a cream foundation. I'm not a big foundation girl, so I'm a huge fan of tinted moisturizers. And, I said and I just love how light it feels, which is another big deal. Some tinted moisturizers, they feel oily and greasy, and so they say they're supposed to provide light coverage, but then you put it on and you feel like your skin's sweating out and dying. So, okay, so first things first, my camera may not focus may not focus very well because, I don't know, it just won't. But this moisturizer, this tinted moisturizer is the darkest shade. It's in Mocha. Laura Mercier typically does really well with covering darker skin, but this is the darkest shade they have as far as their tinted moisturizer, which I wish they gave us darker ones, but they don't. For reference, I'm NW45 and Max, so I know there are women way darker than me, and they won't be able to have this tinted moisturizer, so that sucks. But as far as formula goes, like most, let me get a little closer. As far as formula goes, it applies like the typical tinted moisturizer. It's very creamy and smooth. And this looks like a lot that I've applied, but when I keep rubbing, you're going to see in a second how well it blends into my skin with very, very little effort. It's actually a little golder for me than I would like, but when I use my powder, it evens out perfectly on my skin. So as you can see there, if you compare my two hands, it does really well. When you say so. A little, like I said, a little more golden than I like, but still overall very nice coverage. Sheer, and then my hands aren't left nasty and filmy. That wipes away really easily. So it is a really good tinted moisturizer for people like me who don't really want to deal with a bunch of fuss of putting on any kind of foundation type product. Okay, so that's their tinted moisturizer. Laura Mercier also makes really great concealers, one of them being their Secret Camouflage. This is a cream-based concealer. I have it in shade SC8, and that is the highest or the darkest shade that you can get. I probably could have gotten CS7 because with a lot of concealers you like to wear them a little lighter than your complexion. This is almost a little too dark for me, but I like it anyway. I typically use this one for any colors, for any dark spots on my skin, and then I use this one under my eyes. I would like it to be a little lighter, but it works for, you know, when I'm in a pinch. The great thing about this concealer is it does not move. When it conceals, baby, it conceals. You apply this under your eyes, you apply this anywhere on your skin, and then put your tinted moisturizer or any kind of, you know, powder. I said, again, oh my gosh! Any kind of powder or whatever you're wearing, and it stays. I have concealers that literally you can't even tell that you've applied it, and when you kind of swatch it on your finger, it really just, it's pigmented and nice, and it is just a fantastic oh, prices. So the Concealer goes for $34 and the Tinted Moisturizer goes for $43. So they're not cheap, but Laura Mercier is a higher end brand. So you're definitely going to pay a good amount of money for it, but you get what you pay for. These are awesome. Now that we're at almost at the end of the video, and before I apply, I want to see if you guys got an idea of which side the makeup is on my face. My nose is so wide. I don't care though. Yeah, it is what it is. Is there tinted moisturizer on this side or is there tinted moisturizer on that side? If you guess this side that does not have product, you are indeed correct. So this is my skin without anything on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit. We have my lovely beauty blender here that I'm going to use for my application of the tinted moisturizer. And then we have the concealer. I'm going to go ahead and apply the concealer a little bit under my eyes. I typically use my fingers for concealer. I've never been really big on doing major concealing because I just don't care. I'm okay with my flaws showing. I'm just not that girl that needs to have a flawless face all the time, you know, whatever. And I'm using the lighter shade for under my eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of apply the tinted moisturizer on the side of my face. What I do is I dab a little bit on my hand like so. Just like that. Okay? And that's probably more than I really need. I usually use a lot less than that. And I take my beauty blender, dab it in there. And then I kind of put it all over my face. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see. Okay. So, and I just take the beauty blender. And I dab, and I dab, and I dab until I get a nice, even finish all over my face. Just like so. And I always go down to my jawline and my neck because we don't want that effect where you look darker on your face than you do on your neck. That's no bueno. No bueno. And la la, that's it. This side is going to look a little bit more, probably more evened out because I have a powder on top. But I wanted to show you what this looked like in motion and without a powder. And not bad, right? Not bad at all. I'm a huge fan of this tinted moisturizer. It's my absolute favorite. I will never stop wearing it. Especially in the summertime when I don't have time to do anything to my skin but I still want a little bit of a glow. This stuff is perfect. You can get it from lauramercier.com and sephora.com. I believe the description box will have all the details about where to purchase and all that jazz. So I think UPS just rang my doorbell and I need to go because I really love getting stuff from UPS. So